Hello, Magic Casters of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 56th episode of our second level spell series. Today we're going to be looking at just a really cool spell. This is another one of those spells that gets criticized a little bit because it replaces the need for a certain class, in this case the rogue. It's very similar to Knock in that regard, and it does get its fair share of grief in the moment. However, this one is a little bit different from Knock in the way that it doesn't completely remove the rogue's thunder, more so as it just steps everyone else up to the same level. In any case, today we're talking about Pass Without Trace. It is usable by the Druid and the Ranger, and it is found in the good old Player's Handbook. Now let's take a quick look at its effects and mechanics, and something tells me you'll understand what I mean pretty quick. Creatures of your choice within 30 feet gain a plus 10 to stealth. That's right, plus 10 to stealth. They also cannot be tracked by mundane means, and they leave no trace of their passing, which is pretty cool when you actually think about it. The cast time is 1 action, the range is self, and the duration is a whole hour. It is concentration, so there is a little bit of a drawback to it, but still, man, an hour with plus 10 to stealth. Yeah, you can do a lot of damage. Lots of damage. The components are the Holy Trinity, so verbal, material, and somatic. That material component is ashes from a burned leaf of mistletoe and a sprig of spruce, which is kind of cool. And the school is Abjuration. Now, let's move on to the full description, and I'll kind of flesh the spell out a little bit simpler. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a plus 10 bonus to stealth checks, and it can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other trace of its passage. Very cool stuff. So basically, people within 30 feet of you get plus 10 to stealth, can't be tracked by mundane means, and leave no trace. Pretty dang cool stuff. The no trace one is interesting because it doesn't just mean footprints per se. I mean, it does, but it doesn't just mean that. It means fingerprints, hairs. One would argue even magical auras or essences no longer leave tracks. It is for that reason that this is a really good one to be used by kind of evil NPCs when you want to really extend their life. Combine this with something like, even Misty Step, and you pretty much lose track of the BBEG guaranteed, more or less guaranteed. The way this spell is usually meant to be used, by the way, is either in getaway scenarios or to give someone with disadvantage on stealth checks kind of the edge they need, so anyone in heavy armor basically. But let's get into some alternative uses outside of those. So I think a great use for this would be when you're trying to steal something in a magically rich society. Once again, there's a strong argument to be made for this actually absorbing auras. I get that they can technically track you by magical means, but it doesn't mean they can prove you were there at the time of the incident and gather evidence against you, if that makes sense. Outside of that, this is a great tool for being able to map out areas, especially more dangerous areas. If you have the Find Steed spell, this spell is applied to your steed as well, so you and him can move, or her I guess, can move quite quickly through large amounts of terrain and scout it out with very little interference. Also, this is a great spell to be used if you're trying to escape from a prison or confinement. It's pretty cool stuff. Basically, when you don't have invisibility handy, this is a great discount version of that. In any case, if you have any alternative ideas, uses, thoughts, comments, concerns, please put it down beneath in the comment section. I really do appreciate it. Also, if you like that cool hand-drawn picture of the gnome and you'd like your own hand-drawn D&D picture, please check out the guild hall to figure out exactly how to do that. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day, and as always, happy casting, my friends.